Guys, I can't hear any one of you.
Hello, sir.
Yes, hi Jaya. Utkarsh, can you hear me?
Hello, sir.
Guys, somebody is using your phone. Just please put your phone on silent. I can't hear you. Hi Sunena, there's a lot of disturbance in the line. Can you hear me, Sunena?
Dinesh, tell me.
Yeah, there is a lot of disturbance in the line now. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Coach Nishant, can you hear me, guys? Nitin.
Still there is a disturbance in the line. Yes.
Yeah.
One second.
Yes.
One second. Let me. You just check your network. No, the network area. Just log out and log in back again, Dinesh, and check if you are able to.
Let me try.
Please give it a try. Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Okay. Nitin, Utkarsh, Nishant.
Yes, sir.
Good.
इलेक्ट्रॉनिक से आवाज आ रही है.
Yes. Jaya. नहीं, Jaya क्या आंसर नहीं. Now I guess this looks better. Okay. Sunena. Okay, guys. I hope you all can hear me, and we are good to start with the session. Yes. No.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Last we were covering the FX market and the swaps, right? And I requested everyone to come prepared. I hope you all would have just gone through it.
Yep.
Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Nathan, you prepared. Thanks. Shant. Nishant,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
sir, did you go through the PDF?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where is Ishan and the Shiv today?
ये भैया को तो पता नहीं है, ईशान भैया को मतलब काम है ऑफिस का।
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, then let's start. Let's not wait for anyone else. Okay. But I covered the FX, right? And I requested all of you to just go through the slides, right? Nishant, do you have any question on FX before I start asking question to the group?
No, sir.
Jaya, you missed the last session, but we did cover the options, forward, futures, and derivatives again, right? If you would have attended, that would have been a recap session for you. But no worries. Okay. FX. Yes, we have covered the FX. Nitin, Nishant, or we have Utkarsh as well, right? Utkarsh, what do we, when we talk about the foreign exchange market, what all do we cover in FX market?
Hello.
Guys, I can hear you. Guys, can you hear me? I said, what did we cover in our in foreign exchange market? Can you please?
Sir, voice is lacking, I think.
Yeah, I put myself on mute. I was just saying, what did we cover in foreign exchange market? Nitin, now let's start with you.
Sir, in foreign exchange, we have covered that we don't have only one use, that is the exchange of one currency for another currency. Right. We have also many uses, right, like dealing in the FX. Right. I mean, buying a foreign exchange for a traveler is not only a one application of it, right? Uh, it is it is also the most liquid market in the financial system. So sometimes there are there are many elements of it where we buy the FX, we sell the FX, we have a cross deal of FX. So when we say we buy
You're
FX,
breaking in between. You're breaking in between. Sorry, last 10 seconds.
so I was saying that we don't I mean we have many applications of FX market, right? not only the buying foreign exchange for your travel, right? So we also deal in FX market, like exchanging one currency for another currency is known as a foreign exchange, right? And we have different elements of FX trade, right? Like buying an FX, selling an FX, and cross deal between FX, right? In a buying FX, we buy the foreign currency for the domestic currency, right? And in FX sell, we sell the foreign currency for the domestic currency. And in the cross deal, uh, we buy foreign currency for another foreign currency, right? And there are different types of fixed rate we have
Example of
covered.
cross deal. Example of cross.
Example of cross deal is like I'm buying USD, right? For the GBP. Okay.
Okay, good. What else did we
And
cover
we
in
have
F?
covered the different types of FX rate as well. We have
Like
covered different types of FX rate, right?
like
Like fixed exchange rate, right? Floating exchange rate. Hello, hello.
yes, yes. I hear you. Just go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we have covered fixed
Floating.
exchange
What
rate,
is difference
right?
between
We
fixed
have
and floating exchange rate?
so fixed exchange rate is the exchange rate which is fixed by by their government or central bank. I mean, yeah, I think. Okay, so fixed exchange rate is something like which is fixed, which does not vary. Like okay,
Example.
example. Okay, so like अगर मैंने अपनी आई मीन कंट्री का जो करेंसी है उसकी उसको इसको फिक्स कर दिया, राइट? गवर्नमेंट के थ्रू या फिर सेंट्रल बैंक्स के थ्रू तय करके, एंड या फिर मैंने
Mhm.
अपने लाइक गोल्ड्स वगैरह के प्राइसेस फिक्स कर दिए, दैट्स अ फिक्स एक्सचेंज रेट कि मैं इतने एक्सचेंज रेट पे ही अपने देखता हूँ, दैट इज फिक्स। आई मीन वो मार्केट के हिसाब से वेरी नहीं करेगी, एफएक्स मार्केट के हिसाब से एफएक्स मार्केट उसे अफेक्ट नहीं करेगी,
ये
राइट?
कौन से केस में है मेरा?
ये फिक्स एक्सचेंज रेट की है। हेलो,
ओके।
राइट? एंड इसके थोड़े एडवांटेजेस भी हैं कि ये हेल्प करती है गवर्नमेंट को टू मेंटेन द लो इन्फ्लेशन, राइट? और लॉन्ग रन में इंटरेस्ट को डाउन रखती है, राइट?
Mm-hmm.
एंड द पर्पस ऑफ
So,
फिक्स्ड
so
एक्सचेंज
what is reserve currency board then?
रिजर्व करेंसी। आई मीन रिजर्व करेंसी, so yeah, okay, so IMF defined the reserve currency, I mean for the countries, right? So
Mm-hmm. So just please add wherever Nitin is missing something. Nitin.
yeah, so I mean actually there is a commitment to exchange the domestic currency for a specific foreign currency at a fixed exchange rate, right? Right. And ये decide होता है by the defined, I mean defined तो IMF कर देता है, right? But it is a commitment कि अगर मैं मेरी मेरी कंट्री की करेंसी को अगर कोई दूसरी करेंसी से एक्सचेंज करना है, राइट? सो मैंने किसी किसी के लिए रिजर्व कर रखा है एक फिक्स एक्सचेंज रेट एक रिजर्व कर रखा है। सपोज अगर यूएस डॉलर्स अगर मेरे से इंडियन से एक्सचेंज हो रहा है इंडियन रुपीज से, तो उसके लिए मैं IMF के थ्रू कुछ फिक्स एक्सचेंज रेट रख सकता हूँ, राइट? सो रिजर्व करेंसी बॉन्ड ऐसे रखते हैं। बाकी डिफरेंट कंट्रीज की करेंसी के लिए डिफरेंट रेट हो सकता है, मे बी फिक्स और फ्लोटिंग हो सकता है। बट अगर मैंने अपनी कंट्री के करेंसी को रिजर्व कर रखा है यूएस की करेंसी से, तो आई थिंक वही होता है रिजर्व करेंसी बोर्ड पर।
Okay, Utkarsh. Utkarsh, are you there? Nishant, are you there?
हाँ हाँ।
Guys, can you please add what is the difference between fixed currency and reserve currency board? This is for Utkarsh and Nishant. And good, Nitin, you explained it well. Now just want to hear it from Utkarsh and Nishant too.
2 minutes, sir, just having lunch.
Where is the question? Shall I call him?
Yes.
Okay. There is not picking up my call.
Okay, let Nishant come. He's saying 2 minutes.
Till then, sir, actually आज हमने वो करना है FX और swap.
Sorry, yes, we need to complete swaps, Baba. We need to complete swap, come what may. Though it will be a recap for you, Nitin, but yes, we need to complete swaps.
Okay.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Thank you. Okay, now can you help me with the difference between the floating rate and a reserve currency board?
The floating rate is the rate that actually fluctuates according to the market. It changes hourly and is also decided by the exchanges or central banks.
Please elaborate.
Uh, Sir, it does not involve the monetary policy, and fixed currency involves the monetary policy.
Or yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
So the Reserve Currency Board is defined by the International Monetary Fund. That's basically the agreement or bond between domestic currency and foreign currency, that too, and on a fixed rate.
Okay. I'm sure you didn't get a chance to just look at the notes, right? If there is any question, Nishan, just feel free to ask, right? You just don't need to be hesitate, right? That's perfectly
Sure.
fine. If you didn't get a chance to read, just be honest, right? We have other people, right? The same, maybe with others as well, right? Nitin, he has done it twice, so that's the reason he's able to explain, right? Now, just let me help you with the notes, right? When we talk about the floating rates, yes, let's go by the notes, and then I'll try to make this help you to convert it in a very layman language, right? The floating
Yes,
rate talks about floating exchange rate is a type of exchange rate regime in which a currency value is allowed to fluctuate in response to foreign currency market mechanism. A currency that uses a floating exchange rate is known as floating currency. Okay, simple. If I have to give you an example of floating currency, so we are saying India is dealing with in US currency or US dollars, right? Uh, can we fix it that for a particular period this will be the exchange rate will be fixed? No, this is impossible, especially for the developing countries. Yes, for developing countries it has to be a floating currency, as simple as that. Till the time a country is not developed, you cannot move to a fixed currency or a kind of reserve currency board. Yes, floating rate is something that will always be applicable for all the developing countries. Yes. Now, another example for floating rate. India is dealing with, let's say, the GBP, right, and pounds, and India wants to just block the rate or fix the rate. Okay, so whenever for next 3 months, whenever we will be dealing with the dollars, it will be, let's say, or sorry, GBP, it will be, let's say, 90 rupees per pound, right? But based on the market, it may be high. Yes. Can we give this condition to the market, the European countries or the British pounds or the British countries? No, we cannot. The reason, we are still developing. On the other side, let's take an example of US, one of the developed country, right? Now, if US wants to get into a contract with the British countries, right, then they can get into an agreement that, okay, for let's say 1 month, for another 2 months, let's fix the rate of GBP versus dollars. If your people will buy GBP, they will buy at this price only for specific purpose. Yes, or for there is anything else. Yes, only and only so that it could help the country as well. Yes. Now let's proceed further. A floating currency is contrasted with a fixed currency. Whole value is tied up that of another currency, material goods, or to a currency basket. That's all. They are saying they are just tying up. Okay, if I need to fix my currency for certain period of time against the floating rate, how and what all things will be impacted. If it is only the import export between two countries, yes, this exchange will be applicable. This rate will be applicable. If it is something else, this rate will not be applicable. This will be the standard market rate. So that depends on the on what conditions because whenever we that depends on the market rate. When we are talking about the derivatives, right? The purpose why we are covering the foreign exchange now and the swaps agreement later on, so that you understand what is foreign FX rates. Yes, because when we talk about the swaps agreements, yes, the most of the agreements are based on the FX rates only, foreign exchange only. The maximum part of swaps agreement falls under FX. Is that clear, or if there is any question?
No, sir.
Please feel free to ask if there is any question. Nitin, anything do you want to add here for floating rate? Or if I missed something? Nitin, are you there? Hi, Nitin, are you there? Utkarsh, are you there?
First go to Sultan.
Nitin, is there anything else you want to add, whatever I covered in floating rate? Yes, Unaini.
About the monetary policy, they can be a one point.
Monetary policy, can you please add?
Yeah, primary argument for a floating exchange rate is that it allows monetary policy to be useful for other purposes. Right, but in a fixed exchange rate, monetary policy is committed to the single goal of maintaining exchange rate at its announced level. ये एक important point.
Thank you. So Nishan, the other point, and thanks Nitin for adding it, right? The primary argument for floating exchange rate is that it allows monetary policies to be useful for other purposes, right? Under fixed rate, monetary policy is committed to a single goal of maintaining exchange rate and its announced level. Yes, there's always a plus side and a minus side to every policy which we take, or the policies maintained by the government, right? When we talk about the floating rate, yes, we are simply saying a system of floating exchange rate leaves monetary policy makers free to pursue other goals such as stabilizing employment or prices. जब हम floating rate की बात करते हैं, in short, if I have to make it more simple for floating rate as well, sorry, fixed rate. Fixed rate बोलता है यार government, there's an agreement between two governments, yes, and so whenever there will be a deal between two countries in a particular currency, yes, the exchange rate will be fixed for certain period. That will not be for lifelong. Let's say for a week, for a month, for 2 months, right? That can be fixed. Now moving to the floating rate. Fixed rate when both the countries are developed, or one country is developed country and the other one is the developing country, we can still go ahead, right? I guess Nishant dropped off, or there is some network issue. Who all do we have on the call? It's Jaya and Nitin. Jaya, just help me. Just you can write your question in chat box if you have any question. So far, is it clear? I guess Nishant dropped off, so that's the reason I just have to just hold it. Jaya, any question do you have?
निशांत भैया आ गए.
Okay, Nishant is here. Okay, so Nishant, I was just covering the difference between a floating and
Yes,
fixed
sir.
rate. सबसे पहले, the first difference that comes in is like, the first difference is like, who can fix this floating rate and who can fix this fixed currency, right? Fixed rate. It is the decision taken by the government or central banks, or the who prepares the monetary policy. These are central banks. Yes. So the central bank of two countries, they come together, they get into an agreement. Okay. And the first condition for fixed rate. First, there are two central banks. Yes. Let's say one is US, second one is India. Yes. US is reaching out to any other country, or let's say India, confirming that let's fix the rate, the exchange rate for a certain period of time. Yes, I want to do this because the primary purpose is to commit monetary policy. The primary purpose of fixed rate will be maintaining the exchange rate at its announced level. Yes. The reason why I am fixing the rate, two central banks are deciding what to do, what not to do, right? So that
Sir,
their
what do you
exchange.
mean by this announced level?
Okay, when we say announced level, the agreement between two central banks. Yes, when there's
Okay.
an agreement between two central bank, it will be notified to exchange, right? And from exchange, it will be notified to all the brokers, investment banks, so that they could further inform their customers or the investors like you and I.
Okay, this is basically an announcement for everyone that this fix has been done.
Yes, for a fixed rate. Yes, this happens, right? And so this is one, they are fixing it. Second, on the other side, floating rate. To get into a fixed contract, the only purpose is that they have just single purpose to get into the fixed rate contract. When we talk about the floating rate contract, that means we are not aiming to meet one purpose. There are multiple reasons to get into a floating contract. Yes, and that's where the floating contract, the purpose exists. The point of getting into a floating contract rate. Floating, when you are in a floating contract, not all the time market will be high, or not all the time market will be low. Yes. So in order to cover that part, that when market is high, yes, investors should be able to make profit. When the market is low, yes, this should help them to just get into the saving mode. Yes, there are multiple purposes. So if market is low, how they will promote the foreign exchange or foreign trade. When the market is high, how the investors would make money out of their investments which they made in the past, right? And this is how these all decisions are taken only with the help of monetary policies. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Reserve Currency Board. Let's read the Reserve Currency Board first.
So this is very confusing, but the definition is also very confusing. This Reserve Currency Board.
Okay, let's go by the definition. Okay, let's the definition says defined by the International Monetary Policy Fund. A currency board agreement is a monetary regime based on the explicit legislative commitment to exchange domestic currency for a specific foreign currency. To exchange domestic currency for a specific foreign currency at a fixed exchange rate, combined with the restrictions on the issuing
the
authority. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, somebody said something?
no,
Okay. So when we say to exchange domestic currency for a specific foreign currency at a fixed rate, combined with the restrictions on issuing authority, the advantages of using a currency board includes low inflation. Number one, to get into a reserve currency board, that means we are saying we are getting into a fixed contract for any specific country or for any specific currency, that whenever the exchange will happen, this will happen for certain period of time and for on certain trades. Yes. How does it help a country? This reserve currency board, that means now your central bank is there and monitoring it very closely. So the advantage of reserve currency board includes the low inflation rate. Yes. What is inflation? Inflation is something wherein the value of money decreases and the price of a product increases with no reason. Yes, that's what an inflation is all about, right? When we say inflation, I hope that is clear, the definition of inflation. Yes, no?
yes, sir.
Okay. One is the low inflation. To cover the inflation, when I will be fixing a currency rate, it will help me to maintain my inflation rate, number one. Second, economic credibility. When I know that a certain currency will be traded at or for some fixed amount of time for at a fixed price, yes, so the economic credibility increases. When we say credibility, the level to just pay off all your debts or level to improve your trades, right? That is covered in our when we talk about the economic credibility. And low interest rates. When we talk about the low interest rates, when a country moves from developing stage to developed stage, yes, the rate of interest automatically goes down. In India, the on an average we get on FD, we get the annual interest of how much? 7%, 7.5%. Yes, for senior citizen goes to almost 8%, right? In US, the maximum percentage of interest, yes, is something like 4%, 5%, yes, or depends how they are playing with the monetary policy, right? And that's where the low interest rate, when you move to the um, from developing stage to developed stage, yes, automatic your interest rates goes down, your inflation rate comes down, and your economic credibility improves. Okay, how we can do this? It is all that all depends on the Reserve Currency Board, what kind of monetary policy your Reserve Bank is following. Yes, and there's a practically no monetary independence, as monetary policy will focus on maintaining the coverage of the reserves monetary supply and determinant of their domestic considerations, right? I need to ensure first, I'll just try to cover my side with the help of reserve monetary supply. When we use the word reserve monetary supply, what is that? Can anyone help me? Nathan, Nishant, can anyone help me? What is the monetary supply? Yes, no.
Sir, it is the total amount of money that is available in the economy.
No.
uh, I think जो सेंट्रल बैंक्स वगैरह होते हैं तो उन पे जो पूरी करेंसी रहती है नेशंस की और कुछ प्रीशियस मेटल्स रहते हैं उसको टोटल को
Sorry, sorry,
बोलते हैं
sorry, Nathan, you are breaking.
आई मीन मॉनेटरी रिजर्व सप्लाई आई थिंक जो सेंट्रल बैंक्स पूरे नेशंस की करेंसी को होल्ड करके रखती है जितनी भी होल्डिंग्स होती है नेशन की करेंसी की सेंट्रल बैंक पे एंड प्रीशियस मेटल्स की सो आई थिंक उन्हें मॉनेटरी रिजर्व मॉनेटरी सप्लाई कहते
No. Just a minute. Uh, okay. When we use the word the Reserve Currency Board or the monetary supply, the main job of a central bank. Guys, you need to allow me a minute. I'm getting a call from my office. Just a minute, please.
हैं
Yes, please. Guys, I'm so sorry. There is a call. I'll take another 2 minutes, please. Thanks, everyone. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I had a call from my vice president, so couldn't miss it. Is everyone there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm so sorry, guys. So मेरे VP का call आ गया था, so I had to attend that. Okay. Reserve currency board, floating rate or fixed rate? Is it clear now? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
You were explaining
Nitin,
something.
and sorry.
You were explaining something. Speech में.
I was just giving example of reserve currency board only.
Yeah, so you asked what is reserve money supply?
So money
Monetary
supply.
supply.
Every country just keeps it is a main job of a central bank to ensure and to manage the money supply in a country. So रिजर्व करेंसी और सेंट्रल बोर्ड का क्या काम होता है यार? अगर इन्फ्लेशन है तो पैसा निकाल लो मार्केट से, और अगर इन्फ्लेशन और डिफ्लेशन है तो मार्केट में पैसा डाल दो. अभी पैसा निकालना और पैसा डालना, there are multiple policies. One of the policies that also falls under, right, but whatever the action which are taken, these all fall under the reserve monetary supply. रिजर्व का मतलब है आप लो साइड पे चल रहे हो, आपकी इकोनॉमिक लो चल रही है, हाउ योर रिजर्व विल हेल्प यू टू जस्ट रन योर इकोनॉमी अप टू दैट मंथ. राइट? क्लियर?
Right.
ओके. निशांत, आई होप अभी तक अब नाउ यू वुड नॉट हैव एनी क्वेश्चन और स्टिल देयर इज एनी?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Jaya, just you can just reply on the chat. Do you have any question or is there any doubt? I know there is some disturbance, but still you can add. Not sure if she can hear us or not. यार उत्कर्ष ने ज्वाइन किया है. I don't, he's inactive now. He's left. Okay, so let's move. Though we covered, and I asked you guys to read this as well, right? No, this is very much important. Okay, one is the market participant. When we talk about the FX trading, right? When we say need-based trading, right? Market participant, who all does the trading in foreign exchange? One individual like you and I. Yes, please.
Sir, please change your screen.
I have.
So your mailbox is showing.
Yeah, just a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So when we say the market participants, yes, who all are the market participant? It is an individual like you and I. हमारी जितनी पॉकेट है उसके हिसाब से we do the FX trading, right? Second, the money changers जो हमारे बैंक होते हैं जो फॉरेन एक्सचेंज चेंज करने के लिए होते हैं, लाइक वन ऑफ द एग्जांपल ओवरसीज बैंक, और एक हमारा अलग अलग जगह पर बैंक्स होते हैं टू मनी एक्सचेंज, राइट? These are again the participants of the FX market. Third one is the central authorities like money supply, inflation, and interest rates. Yes, these are the central authorities are the one who deal with the foreign exchange market.
So, sir, these central authorities could be a central bank, so?
Yes, not central bank. Central bank खुद थोड़ी करेगा trading. Authorities.
Authority. So,
Authorized agencies or authorized parties on behalf of central bank.
okay.
Right? Okay. Now उसके नीचे हम बात करते हैं हम लोग we'll talk about the speculation, hedging, and arbitrage. Who all are the speculators? Who all are the hedgers? And who all are the arbitrage? Market makers. market makers, they play a big role. They are the speculators, they are the hedgers, they are the arbitragers as well. Arbitrage क्या होता है निशांत?
Yes, sir.
It's arbitrage.
Sir, the continuous buying and selling of securities.
No. Nitin, what is arbitrage?
Arbitrage or the one who takes benefit of the market inefficiency, right? So वो क्या करते हैं, एक मार्केट से पैसा लिया, राइट, एफएक्स लिए, दूसरे मार्केट में अगर सपोज 4.2 पे मैंने कोई किसी एक मार्केट से पैसे लिए एंड दूसरी मार्केट पे 4.25 चल रहा है तो मैं वहां जाके सेल आउट कर रहा हूँ. सो दीज आर द arbitrage. So they do this kind of trading. So generally they take benefit of the inefficiency of the market.
They yes, make profit for the out of the inefficiencies of two market. So let's say एक BSE NSE है, एक security दोनों markets में listed है. BSE में it is being sold at 99.5. NSE में it is being sold at 99.51. Right? So what they do is they buy it from BSE and they sell it in NSE. This is the arbitrage. Right?
Right.
Hedgers, hedging is hedging or hedgers, right? Hedging, what is the definition of hedging?
Hedging की definition.
Hmm.
So hedgers enter to the market to protect their investments in the underlying, and they can easily transfer
Come
their
again, sorry, come again, I missed that.
hedgers generally enters the market to protect their investment in the underlying. They can easily
Absolutely.
transfer the risk to a counterparty who has an opposite need or view about the market.
Absolutely, very well said, very well said. Nishant, just pay
Yeah.
attention. Hedgers who are the one. I'm saying I'm hedging my risk by diversifying multiple ways of hedging. Yes, I am putting my risk on somebody else, or I'm just making an investment in order to save my investment. Like, in short, if I have to give an example, derivative is one of the hedging strategy. Derivatives, हमने पढ़ा था derivatives. You are there in our last session, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So derivative is one of the hedging strategy. In derivative, one side is on the speculation side and the other side is on the hedging side. Yes. So wherein we are hedging our risk by investing in the financial assets. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we talk about speculation. Speculation क्या होता है? What is speculation, Nishant? जल्दी बताओ.
Sir, it basically is the investment in stocks in the hope of gain, but with the risk of loss.
दोबारा बोलो.
That is basically the investment in stocks in the hope of gain, but with a bit of risk or the risk of loss.
Okay, agree. Nitin?
So it is very easy to explain that speculation is the process of undertaking an investment in order to earn profit on the market movements.
Right. You both are right. So when we talk about speculation, speculation is nothing but wherein we are anticipating the future right, which is uncertain, but still based on the past data and based on our expertise, we anticipate, okay, what would be the market condition? Yes, and based on anticipation, we invest or take investment decision. That is your speculation, right?
Right.
Okay. So market makers are all these parties, international corporation companies. Yes, they are also one of the speculators, hedgers, and arbitrageurs, right? Fund managers, commercial bank, investment bank, brokerage house. All they are experts, right? Commercial bank like your ICICI, HDFC, investment bank. We have an investment banks, multiple investment banks in every country. Brokerage house, yes, they provide the brokerage services.
सर इसमें ये NBFCs क्या करती हैं?
Sorry,
NBFCs
what is NBFC? सबसे पहले बताओ मुझे.
सर फुल फॉर्म ही
Non-banking
बताएं.
finance.
बैंकिंग फाइनेंस कंपनी.
अच्छा, it is non-banking financial companies.
Yeah.
Right.
NBFC का biggest example is like your Bajaj Finance, like your Muthoot Finance. Yes.
ओके. तो सर ये ब्रोकरेज हाउस में ये आता है?
No, these are not brokerage houses.
ओके.
These are not brokerage houses. कहाँ पढ़ा? NBFC के स्लाइड्स में है क्या?
नहीं सर दिमाग में आया तो पूछ लिया.
अच्छा अच्छा. So non-banking financial companies, these are the companies which provide the financial services, but they do not have the banking license.
Yeah.
Are authorized to provide financial services like loans, right? But these companies do not have the license. So that's the reason they are NBFC, non-banking financial companies.
Okay. सर किसी बैंकिंग कंपनी की सब्सिडरी हो, राइट, वो एनबीएफसी हो
NBFC?
सकती है?
No.
किसी बैंकिंग की सब्सिडरी एनबीएफसी नहीं हो सकती? ओके.
They can tie up. Independent नहीं हो सकता. They can tie up with other NBFCs, but they
Right.
cannot have their whole independent NBFC. Because
Okay.
same facility के लिए ना, अभी बैंक भी तो गोल्ड लोन देता है आपको. मुथूट फाइनेंस
हाँ
में
जी.
आपको गोल्ड लोन दे रहा है, right? Then why would you go
Right.
to any else? Yes, you go to मुथूट फाइनेंस क्योंकि आपको वहां पर इंटरेस्ट रेट कम मिलता है,
Okay.
right?
Right.
That's the reason you go there, right?
Okay.
Okay. And brokerage houses, investment banks, fund managers, you're aware. Let's scroll down. Okay, this is something, methods of executing foreign exchange trades. Okay. Algo trading. Algo stands for algorithmic trading. Yes. Algorithmic trading is nothing. In short, मेरे पास हमने we talked about the OTF. One is the facility is called the OTF, alternative or other trading, right? Or facilities. So like a dark pool, one of the example of alternative exchange is a dark pool. They are not the authorized or they're not the listed exchange, but still dark pool is one of the site or a kind of unofficial trading facility platform which provides what they do is they provide the trading facility. You don't want to go directly to the exchange, but you want to do the trading, right? So आप चाहते हैं कि Reliance you want to buy 1 lakh shares. अगर मार्केट में खबर रिलीज होगी कि रिलायंस के 1 लाख शेयर एक ही बंदा खरीदना चाह रहा है, तो मार्केट में खबर फैल जाएगी, तो रिलायंस के शेयर्स के प्राइस बढ़ जाएंगे, राइट? ऐसे ही होता है डिमांड एंड सप्लाई रूल. किसी चीज की अचानक डिमांड बढ़ जाती है, राइट, और सप्लाई कम होती है तो उसके रेट बढ़ जाते हैं,
Yes, sir.
right? And that's what happens. So in order to avoid this situation, yes, what they do is you have an alternative trading facility, right? Let's take an example of dark pool. Yeah,
Sir, dark pool क्या है?
डार्क पूल जैसे हमारा स्टॉक एक्सचेंज है, जैसे हमारा
Okay.
एक्सचेंज होता है, राइट, ऑन द सेम लाइंस, बट स्टॉक एक्सचेंज है जैसे मेरा न्यूयॉर्क स्टॉक एक्सचेंज, बीएससी और एनएससी, दे आर रजिस्टर्ड स्टॉक एक्सचेंज, राइट, स्टॉक एक्सचेंज में
Yes.
रजिस्टर्ड होता है, राइट, they are registered stock exchange, but on the other side we have few more stock exchanges which are not registered,
They're not listed.
they are not listed, they are not registered,
Okay.
right? When they are not listed or when they are not registered, yes, so they become alternative trading facility or alternative trading platform,
Okay.
right? What they do in this alternative trading platform is they help you to do the trading. अभी आपने 1 लाख ऑर्डर्स वो करने, 1 लाख रिलायंस के शेयर खरीदने, राइट? अभी 1 लाख रिलायंस के शेयर खरीदने के लिए अगर आप एक साथ 1 लाख ऑर्डर्स की 1 लाख शेयर्स की ऑर्डर प्लेस करोगे मार्केट में, सो आपके लिए प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी, क्योंकि वो एकदम से प्राइस बढ़ जाएंगे आप उन शेयर्स के. what you do is you go to the let's say dark pool, one of the site, the trading platform, and this is algorithmic trade. उन्होंने सिस्टम में एक और मैक्रो रन किया, राइट, सिस्टम ऑटोमेटेड फाइल. अब क्या होता है, 1 लाख शेयर्स का ऑर्डर एक साथ ना जाके, बल्क में ना जाके, वो 1 लाख शेयर्स का ऑर्डर ना छोटे छोटे पार्ट्स में डिवाइड होकर सीधा ट्रेडिंग के लिए चला जाता है. सो जैसे मेरे पास है अगर मैं एक्सचेंज में जाता हूँ, I'll place an order to buy 1 लाख Reliance shares, राइट. क्या होगा, 1 लाख का सीधा नंबर्स देखते ही एकदम प्राइस बढ़ जाएंगे. When I go to the in the OTF, right, the alternative trading or ATF, whatever we say, alternative trading platform or facility. So this is the automatic technique that we have. This is all the macro based tool. So what this tool, जो मेरा 1 लाख का ऑर्डर है शेयर्स का, 1 लाख ऑर्डर्स के शेयर्स के ऑर्डर को ये 50 से 100 ऑर्डर में डिवाइड कर देगा. या हो
Okay.
सकता है 200 ऑर्डर्स में डिवाइड कर दे, और 200 ऑर्डर्स में डिवाइड थोड़े करके मार्केट में ट्रेडिंग के लिए भेज देगा, क्योंकि अगर एक साथ ऑर्डर चला गया तो सबके शेयर्स के प्राइस बढ़ जाएंगे. In order to just prevent yourself from the rising price of that particular security, this algorithmic trading technique is used. FX में सबसे ज्यादा होता है,
Okay.
and other shares में भी होता है, right? So they have added in the FX. This is your algorithmic trading, right? दूसरे लिखा हुआ इन्होंने FX Connect and sorry, ये क्या है, for clients, router conversation interbank to inter. So the third one is the routers, right? When two banks dealing in foreign exchange, that fall under the routers conversation, right?